Hello awakened creators, Amanda here. In today's video I want to talk to you about the spiritual purpose of creative expression. We very rarely hear about the power and importance of creative expression. Generally it's seen as something that's just for entertainment purposes only, and I'm here today to tell you that I believe it is serving a very high spiritual purpose. Your art, your expression is important and has value beyond getting published or noticed or picked up by a record label. That those are not the things that fuel your expression. There is something deeper, something greater going on, and that's what we're going to talk about today. If you are new to the channel, welcome home. Thank you for being devoted to your creative expression, even if you are just at the beginning of your spiritual journey on the creative path. This is your home, this is your family, and I am so thankful to get to be even a small part of your creative journey. So let's dive into today's video and talk about exactly that. Before we begin, I think it's really important that you understand first and foremost what creativity actually is. Creativity is a form of energy. It's a form of creation energy, the very creation stemming back from the beginning of time and Source itself. Source itself is a creator being. It wants to express itself, and it expresses itself through, well, us and all the other myriad of beings in both this earth plane and other planes and dimensions as well. Well, that creator energy also is flowing through us as individuals. And when we express our creativity in our own unique way, using whatever medium that you feel ignites you the most passionately, that is our way of allowing source energy to flow down into this earth plane, to be manifested by you into whatever medium that you have chosen. And the reason that this is important for you to understand is because it gives deeper purpose and meaning to your creative expression. It isn't just you doodling to have fun, although that may be exactly what you're doing. What it really is, though, the larger context of it all, is that you are in that moment allowing source energy to flow through you and express itself in that way that brings you joy. And the joy that you experience by expressing yourself is joy that is then cast out and ripples through your social circle, the people that you share your work with, and so on and so forth. Now, that's one individual creator on the planet doing what they feel called to do in their heart. Can you, for a moment, imagine hundreds of thousands, millions of creators, heart-centered creators, awakened creators, expressing their joy, allowing source energy to flow through them and out through whatever expression source wants to express itself through their unique lens, sharing that out with the world. Throughout history, artists, creators have played important roles in humanity's evolution. We have been the ones to start revolutions and evolutions of consciousness and thought, whether it's been through music that pushed the envelope or artistic expression that rattled the masses. Also through creating majestic buildings that would inspire and ignite within people a new way of perceiving the world. Creators are everywhere, creating all kinds of things. Things that bring us joy, things that shock us, things that make us weep and reconnect with that part of ourselves that needs comforting. There are so many ways for Source and you to express yourself in this lifetime. And your unique way of expressing yourself is just as valuable to contributing to the whole as anyone else's. This is why when I talked about comparison not even needing to be a factor, and if you missed that video, I'm going to link to it right here, but your unique creative expression is it. You don't need to compare yourself ever to anyone else, because you are the one ripple that Source has chosen to express itself through in this present now moment. The individual sitting next to you, who maybe expresses themselves through a similar medium, is also allowing Source to flow through them and express itself. Now, each of us has different kind of resistances to the free flow of that creative energy. These are thought patterns and belief structures, societal pressures, things that we have taken on from our environment that have been taught to us or programmed into us that we have accepted as truth. And that's one of the other things that Awakened Creators is here to help you do, is to dismantle those things, get them out of your way, reprogram your mind, change your perspective, let go of those conditionings so that you can actually allow creative source energy to truly flow through you freely, so you can express yourself in the most authentic way possible. Because the creator sitting next to you may also be dealing with blockages that's distorting the way that their creativity is expressed. And you yourself may face challenges as well, whereas perhaps you are not expressing your art to the fullest extent possible. You're maybe not sharing it with anyone. You are perhaps afraid to study harder or learn more techniques or ask for an apprenticeship because of issues within yourself that aren't of your true essence, because your true essence is that which is aligned with source energy. These other things that have been learned and conditioned can be unlearned and unconditioned, and that is why we're here. Now, getting back to the point of all of this, why is it important that we do this work? Why is it important that awakened creators like you and me exist on this planet at this time? For a moment, remember what I had said about the creative energy coming from source and expressing itself out through you. Again, remember that I said that thousands and millions of individual souls allowing that source energy to come through and express itself. The clearer, the purer, the more loving and of true heart that energy flows through our fingertips and into whatever it is that you are touching. The more of us that are in alignment with love, with joy, with authentic expression of our true selves, the better off this planet will be. It will elevate and will raise the consciousness of the planet. It will allow each of us and all of us as a collective to ascend to higher levels of understanding. It will enhance the environment around you and the lives of other people who experience your artwork. It is important. It is bigger than you. It involves all of us. And your unique expression is necessary in its purest form to come through, to be allowed to come through, so that it can be shared, so that it can be contributed, so that it can be made manifest and create a more beautiful tomorrow. This is why Awakened Creators exists, to wake up each of us into the fullest and highest expression of ourselves as creators. We are the ones we have been waiting for. We are the ones who are going to shift the paradigm. We are the ones that are going to create a new world to live in, a world where creators are valued for what they contribute, a world in which beauty and aesthetics are valued for what they contribute, a world in which each individual is allowed to express joy daily, moment to moment, in the way that brings them the most comfort and love, and give that freely out into the world. There's a long way to go, but I really truly believe that we are on the path, I really truly believe that you are a part of that. And I really truly believe that all of you who are watching, who are resonating with this message, are being called into higher and greater expressions of authentic self. And in order for you to do that, to fully truly do that, you will need to express your art. You will need to share your passion with the world. You will need to allow yourself permission to be that which you want to be, that you feel called to be. It's really important to me that each of you understand that Awakened Creators is not only for people who paint or people who write. It is for all people, people who seek to express something through themselves, people who are making fashion, people who are creating using food, people who create using their bodies, whether that be through dance or yoga or some other creative expression of movement, people who create metalwork, people who create jewelry, clothing, all of the things you see around you, wherever you are, be it a chair, sitting in a train station, the clothes that you're wearing, were all created by someone. But were they created by an awakened creator? Or were they mass-produced by a machine that doesn't respect the environment? Were they created by a corporation intent only on profits rather than any concern for human suffering? Were they created by someone like you, pure of heart, ready to make a difference through their art, ready to share joy with their communities and with the greater world? Is the music that you listen to daily or that you hear others listening to created by people with the intent of expanding the consciousness of the planet? Are the movies and films that folks are watching also contributing to the greater good of the all? If the answer is no, if you see around you creators driven by ego, driven by profits, driven by their own benefit, that reflection is calling you to step up into your highest and greatest expression as a creator, into your heart-centered ability to express yourself, to allow source energy to come down through you and out into the medium that you have chosen in this lifetime to express yourself through. And it may be more than one. So pay attention to what wants to express itself through you. Remember, your unique contribution is worthwhile and necessary. Every light turning on will create a beacon of peace on this planet, of joy and love, and you are a part of it. Every aspect needs to be seen. Don't be afraid of what you have to express. Your expression is of the highest and greatest good, so long as it is allowed to flow freely through you, which means we've got some inner work to do, right? We've got to get rid of those old programs that tell us artists can never have abundance, those old programs that tell us we will never be good enough, those old programs that tell us it's not worth getting started, those old programs that tell us we have to grind and work and hustle until we're burnt to a crisp, those old programs that tell us we have to give away our authenticity in favor of mass appeal. All of those old programs get to be dismantled now, one by one, through me, through you, and we will do the work here at Awakened Creators to ensure that that is so, that we make manifest a world filled with happy artists doing happy things that bring them happiness and that spread happiness and joy to the rest of the world. You are one of those people, and the idea and the passion that lives in your heart is calling to be birthed through you, so that this world can be made new again, so that we can all live happily, peacefully, and lovingly, exactly as who we were always meant to be. So I want to ask you to leave in the comments below, what do you feel like your unique contribution as an awakened creator is? If you're not sure yet, write that. If you feel it in your heart but are scared to express it, this is a safe place for you to go ahead. Tell us your big scary dream. What do you see your contribution to the planet being through your art? Share it with us below. Let us support you. Let us love on you. And if you're not already a part of the Heart to Heart email community, please go to weareawakenedcreators.com and join. It is free. It will send you a weekly email sharing my personal insights as well as other resources that I think will be helpful for you on your creative path. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. Let us grow our community. I want Awakened Creators to be millions strong, and I believe one day it will be. And you and I are just the beginning. So thank you again for watching. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. I love you so much. Namaste. If you feel you were served by today's video, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. It really does help spread the message that Awakened Creators is here to share. And if you enjoyed this video, you may also like these. Thanks again for watching.